Welcome everyone. I'm Chris McNabb, the CEO of Boomi, and I'd like to personally welcome everybody to Out of This World. I know that we had plans to have everybody together in San Francisco this year, but with COVID, there's no place in this world we can meet today, so Out of This World was the next best thing. We're really bringing to you a great series of events that we want to be able to talk to you about. They're all focused around integrated experiences. And I'm happy to share with you the very beginning of that series with you today. You know, it used to be the case that when people thought about integration, we've talked about it, that it was about connecting data and processes from systems and databases and getting your IT landscape to work together. That's the old game. And as a result, it would result in very fragmented experiences. You know, these experiences, you'd be presenting systems to all of your constituents and customers and employees. And I think the best example to really picture what I'm talking about is the student attending a university. You know, when I went to university, I would go to the registrar's office and register for my classes. I'd go to the bursar's office and pay for all of the classes that I was taking that semester. I'd go to the financial aid office to see if I might be getting any particular aid. And, you know, I had to go from school to school, from area to area, and it was very a fragmented experience for me. Today, that's no longer acceptable. You know, when you look at it today, everybody today, all of your customers are now demanding an integrated experience, because an integrated experience instantly connects you to what you want to do. As we look at the integrated experiences, these are things, and the leaders in certain industries are just all in on the integrated experience. It's instant wish fulfillment. You know, Uber, I wish I had a driver right here in front of me that could take me home. It's an omni-channel experience. If I'm that student again, I don't want to separate my experience with the registrar's office and the bursar's office. I want it all in one. Register everything, give me my bill, let me pay online. And it's all powered by a data journey. You know, how do I collect across all of those systems, apps, and databases that you have, all of the data necessary, so the experiences provided to your customers is integrated, omni-channel, and 360. You know, when we look out into the industry, I said all of the leaders in all the various verticals are all in on the integrated experience. The opposite is true as well. Those businesses that aren't all in on that are in peril. They're in trouble because customers just don't tolerate those fragmented experiences any longer. As we continue to go forward, people are trying to build out their integrated experiences, but it's really hard. You know, building them can be very challenging. Data is often all over the place. You've got shadow systems, you've got mergers and acquisitions that have created multiple IT landscapes within your ecosystem. The mobile app side of it is often thought of as a different skill set. The people I need to go find my data and prepare my data are different from the people that I want building my mobile application. And just the sheer variety of data that you've got in your enterprise makes this very, very difficult. As we continue to look at your landscape and where most customers are starting out, the other thing is their existing technology. Their old tools just weren't built to quickly build out integrated experiences. Our customers are finding that those tools are slow, overly complicated, and costly, you know, in order to get what it is done for their constituents. So we here at Boomi, we're on a mission. We're on a mission to help all organizations instantly connect people to what they want. That's the true nature of the integrated experience. So what does it take to build one out? What does it require? Oversimplifying it, there's three things that have to happen for an integrated experience to be presented to your customers. First and foremost, you need data readiness. You've got to be able to find, connect, transform, aggregate, quality assure data from almost an infinite number of sources, cloud applications, databases, shadow systems, all across your enterprise. Two, you need pervasive connectivity. You need technology that is going to connect you to not only systems, apps, and databases, but devices, processes, and your people. And, you know, it's with the Boomi platform that we've got over 1,500 endpoints that we connect to on any given month. And finally, the third thing that a platform and a technology has to provide in order to provide integrated experiences is user engagement. You need an app, you need a mobile application, you need a web presence, you need a portal, you need a chatbot, you need some way in which you can engage your end users as well as your partners via APIs so they can consume those integrated experiences and do what they want as well. I'm here to tell you that as the world leading provider of integration platform as a service today, all of that comes available on the Boomi platform today. We have a cloud native platform that has all of those buckets of services. But it's that platform in general that integration developers and citizen integrators and business specialists can use to quickly build out integrated experiences. You can not only build all of those and get access to the necessary services, but it's our platform that provides artificial intelligence to speed you up, security, compliance, and data privacy assurance, resulting in the best governance available on a platform today. In addition to that, we do all the hard work. You build your application and you don't have to worry about whether this application runs for 10 people or 10,000 people. We will scale that elastically, we will make sure that it performs, and we'll take care of all the hard work for you. That's what our core platform does. In addition to that, we offer up all the services for data readiness. We have data discovery. We can crawl your enterprise, understand where your data is, find all the dark data that you didn't even know existed, and understand how to interact with it. Right? We've got our data hub, which synchronizes and data quality assures all changes from any system in your enterprise to everything else. Pervasive connectivity comes to the table through partnerships, trading partners, our connectors, our integration capabilities. And finally, user engagement. The Boomi Flow product, along with our API management and API gateway to allow consumers to interact with everything in your enterprise as well, are all available on the same platform. So now devices, people, integration developers, customers, other SaaS applications are all interacting in an integrated way to your enterprise. You know, when we look at reviews, everybody's got some great reviews. We've got a whole pile of them. You know, when we look at the reviews on Gartner, when we look at reviews on G2. And when we look at that, there's a pervasive theme. While everybody shares great reviews, the themes across our reviews are very clear. Working with Boomi makes me far faster than anything I've ever done. I'm able to do things extraordinarily quickly. Boomi creates a short time to value, going from idea to in production in the shortest possible time. It's that agility that's changing the game for folks. So integrated experiences is one piece, but we must instantly, rapidly, far faster than anybody else, create that integrated experience for you to go to your customers. You know, I want to share with you 3 quick stories of our customers. And the first one's from Sky. You know, Sky is a cable content provider, internet provider, and they were having struggles with their customer support. They came to Boomi, and in a very short period of time, within 9 months, was able to improve their customer NPS by 20%. In addition to that, they saved £6 million in the first 12 months of the Boomi integrated experience. So let me tell you a little bit about how they did that. You know, they created a self-service user interface for all of their subscribers to self-diagnose exactly where the problem may lie in the problem in getting internet content, TV content in their house. And they would work through basically this user interface, would go through a series of rules to check various things, all the basic items, and allow themselves to self-fix it very rapidly. If it didn't get fixed, the process would automatically dispatch a technician to the house for much shorter resolution than what they were accustomed to. You know, this particular solution connected over 100 different endpoints in order for people to get a unified look at exactly where their content was going, how it was traveling, to get to their home, within their home, to ensure the highest possible outcome for their customers. That's a truly great integrated experience that Sky was able to bring to the table. The next one that I'd like to talk about is the American Cancer Society. they were really struggling with serving their patients. Their patients are going through life-saving treatments over a protracted period of time. Those patients would struggle to be able to drive to and from those medical services. And so the Cancer Society came to Boomi and asked for help. And within 7 months was able to deliver in a very automated, integrated experience way, 500,000 life-saving medical treatments to their patients. So how did they go about doing that? Very simply, they were able to create an Uber-like application. And what this Uber-like application would do is the patient would come on, talk about when their doctor's appointments were, when they were scheduled, and say, listen, I'd like to schedule a pickup for tomorrow at noon. The Boomi platform would integrate and communicate to 150 different partner organizations, all of which had thousands and thousands of drivers. And the drivers would be able to volunteer and say, I can pick them up, I can take them home. And so now we've replaced an entirely manual, fragmented experience into something that's completely integrated, completely automated, and the patients are now getting to over 500,000 medical services in a very short period of time in a very easy self-service way. I think that's another great example of how an integrated experience can change your customers' lives. Finally, I've got a story about the government of Gibraltar. It's a COVID story, so I think everybody can relate to it. You know, come March of this year, everybody's business changed. And for the citizens of Gibraltar, they get medical services through a healthcare, government-supplied healthcare card. And you have to have a current healthcare card to do that. That healthcare card gets renewed every year. And in the middle of March of this past year, it's an entirely manual process. Middle of March, everybody goes home. And now they don't have the ability to get new healthcare cards to their citizens at the time they need it the most. Called Boomi, and with the help of Deloitte as well, they came to us and said, I need to automate and digitize this so my folks who are locked at home under quarantine can actually get their card renewed, so if they get sick, they can get serviced by their hospitals, by their doctors, and get the medical service that they need. In 4 days, we built out an automated mobile application capability that allowed all of the citizens of Gibraltar access to that process. Do you know from mid-March to the end of July, 40% of all citizens have utilized that process, gotten a renewed healthcare card, and have been able to continue on without a beat access to all of the healthcare benefits provided by the government of Gibraltar. I think those are great examples of what integrated experiences are. And I think it really shows just exactly what being all in on integrated experiences can mean to you and your enterprise. So I'll leave you with a question. What are your biggest challenges in building integrated experiences? We'd love to partner with you as you think about what your next challenge is and how to overcome that. Thank you very much.